Now guys, the very first diary entry of 2016, so may I first wish you all a very happy new year of 2016. So we're expecting a general election of the Republic of Ireland this year. We're also expecting, or not expecting, we're actually, as I said in my Facebook blog or Facebook post recently a few days ago, stating that it'll be a happy birthday for the Republic of Ireland celebrating its 100-year anniversary to the start. I have to express that or excite that word if that means anything. The base what express would call it that word to start the war, because that's when the Civil War broke out between the United Kingdom and Republic of Ireland when the ROI were trying to get away from the United Kingdom, which they did eventually after, if I recall rightly, I heard recently from someone, 7 years took. So that brought up to 1922 when Republic of Ireland then got its own name, hence the name Republic of Ireland, and then they got, that's, yeah, I think that's when they got their constitution, etc., etc. So anyway, getting back to the diary aspect of it, or myself being, what do I hope for 2016? Well, assuming I get my disability allowance eventually, like when I get all my allowances and all that stuff, I do expect to travel around the country for a bit, because that's part of my allowances, whereby I'd be allowed to go around the country for free. Well, travel wise anyway. So that'll be the first one. So then secondly, I'll be hoping to visit my aunt, which I accidentally called her aunt in law, which I don't really exist, but anyway. And basically the one up in who lives up in Donegal. And then I'll also hope to visit down below in Kerry, to Skerrick Michaels, and I have relatives living down there too. So that's what I hope to do now for 2016, and of course, you know, the little bed, my little bundle of joy. But my first protocol, which would be early next week or the week after, be to first get a printer, but more importantly, getting my sister and I a new teddy bear from that place that my friend Barry was talking about out in Nixlem. So I do expect to go out there soon to help a guy very soon. So, and then getting back to the first day of January 2016, New Year's Day, it went as follows, okay? It was a bit of a mixture day, more so, yeah, actually mixture. I wouldn't say positive, let alone negative. Alright? So, and anyway, today was not bad a day. After last night's celebration, of which my main aim was to try and figure out what my pops said to me and my sis back in Stephen's Day, which I'm not going to repeat. Hence why my little friend exists. Yeah, flat as a pancake. Now, obviously, I can't be poor out Kathleen over here. I'll just see if I can get him, instead of showing you his arse, be nice to show you his face. Come on, baby. Oh, no. Okay. Just about. Ah, that's much better. Right. Right. Okay, okay. I'm just looking at the name in Santa Claus, and he says the copy is interviewing Scott Calvin, and the guy is the detective asking, "What is your name?" But Scott Calvin keeps calling himself Santa Claus, St. Nicholas. All the bundle of joy. But getting back to the diary, afterwards I got up from after more of lack of sleep for dinner. Now, the fact I've been having these lack of sleeps for a while. I do not exactly understand why, to be honest with you. But apparently, New Year's Day didn't start off well in terms of my lack of my sleep. Sorry, so that didn't help at all for dinner, because I went to bed around, if I recall, around 8ish in the morning. Now normally I would no, that can be right. No, because I was to be. Oh no, I'm wrong. I was to be. It was around 9ish actually, which didn't really happen. But even about 9, I was to be up there for 1ish, so about 9, 3, 12, about 3 or 4 hours sleep should have gotten me enough sleep. Because I used to have been able to last in 3 or 4 hours sleep. But apparently that didn't work. So, you know. So then either way, the Mulligans were up there. And I was to go for dinner, or what they used to call New Year's Day meal or dinner. Because every New Year's Day we always used to go out somewhere, you know. But this year we actually stayed at home, trying to figure out the reason why. It wasn't because of Marty. Oh, I can't remember exactly why. But anyway, the Mulligans were there by means of almost because of JP, that's why. Yeah, no, I think it's because of JP. You see, and my relative JP was staying in their house, up in mum and dad's house for a few days, for give or take a week or so, right? And Martin, his father, was actually collecting him. So they were waiting for a phone call apparently. And then after that, they was going to fed him for whatever reason. So basically Martin collected JP and James was with his girlfriend in a hotel, and then they just collected JP from mum and dad's house, and they were waiting for a phone call from Kathleen, the wife of Martin, the mother to the two boys, you know. So they were up there. So Martin, JP, James, and James' girlfriend Erin. For some reason, I thought I heard the term Erin go brown right away. That's in the ball game. So they were there when we arrived. So they were all heading on up to Ireland for a meal or something, and then they themselves were getting a sailing back. Now, which New Year's Day was not the best weather-wise. Was not the best at all. So then after the meal, we all dispersed. I headed for my 24-hour sleep, which is quite true when you think about it, because I went off around 4, if I recall rightly, because literally my legs were gone. Now, literally it is completely gone. So then, so I went off around 4 in the afternoon, and then apparently what 24 hours means is I must got up around 2, 3 p.m. give or take, So then, one of the dreams I had, which came with my 24-hour period, was as follows: that I'm with a friend in a classroom or some building. The friend is shot several times in front of my eye. I then am questioned by the cops as to what exactly happened. Not happened. That's the norm when it comes. This is in the past centuries, So one of the questions: I'm at the tourist item. My mom on some boat or about to hop on a boat that shows flowers on the wall on the tour side, because my mom loves flowers apparently, like my sister as well. While writing one of the explanation on paper for the cops, I break down with the paper in front of me, like so. So, of course, hiding my true emotions or hiding my emotions. So it is with great regret that Mom and I have to let the chosen boat to someone else. So then thoughts arrived of which one was to go, and asked my sister for advice on sleepers, as she calls them. Because, what I'm trying to say is that thoughts had then arrived, and I said I would ask my sister regarding sleepers, as to like another tablet to see what could be done. But apparently, from what she told me today, being the 3rd of January, it might be a good idea, so I don't know. So either I'll just move on. A severe thought enters my brain when I recall my drink being spiked or something. Like I was talking to my sister on New Year's Eve, this morning, wee hours of the morning, might I remind you, outside the pub or panty. They obviously don't allow you to have drink on the street, and so the security guard asked that I put my drink on a ledge inside the bar. Alright? Well, I kept keeping an eye on the drink, and he said, don't worry, so your drink is still there. So then afterwards, I then wake up with the gun to my head, And when I wanna escape, two girls are raping me, right? One sticks a thread, which I don't understand what that means, but maybe there is such thing in reality. Maybe it's just a figment of my imagination. I would hope it is, I don't know. But one sticks a thread down the slit of my penis, which would be quite pretty sore if you ask me, to any other guy who has that, right? While the other is sucking it, so how they manage it, that's a bother. So then I attempt to escape with the gun still on my forehead. So somehow I escape naked, wanting someone to run me over a car. Also wanting someone to run the car over me, that's what I'm trying to say there. Which doesn't work, so I attempt to jump off Luke Kelly Bridge. However, as there's no one around, I walk into the meter. Sorry, that should say the Mater. Okay, the meter. That's the Mater Hospital in this case, which actually does exist in reality. So walk into the Mater naked and scream that I was raped by two lesbians. So in the meantime, I puncture something in my arm, and I have had it by means of scissoring the skin. So like so. So that was a literally so harrowing thought that if I recall rightly, I did cry myself the way I broke down in front of my sister the other night. Or as yet to no, I think that's previously. So I noticed though that I have been failing to sleep immediately the way I used to. I had buckets of blanket on me, not even did the job. That did the job. Now it used to work, I don't know what, maybe as my sister was telling me that my mother has been failing to sleep like myself. Maybe she's got too much on her mind as well. So it could be like herself, I don't know. So I put Kathleen being Sammy. Sorry, Kathleen is there. Don't want to get it. Yeah, sorry. That's Kathleen there. And Sammy is this big, where you can see big huge paw. That's him there. Let's see if I can. God, he's drunk as hell. Okay, baby. Oh yeah, that's the one. Yep, he's awake, that's him. So I put Sammy, no, I put Kathleen and Sammy on top of me, hoping to make myself not cooler, warmer, or maybe feel loved again, don't get me wrong. So the next big teddy, I was thinking about this the other day, I forgot to tell this to my sister for some good reason. But the next big teddy, and it's gonna be literally this size. My sister has a big huge teddy that I bought her for a few years ago for her birthday or whatever. And it's basically the height of a human. So it's about, she's 5, god damn I forgot. She's 5, she's slightly smaller than me, so I'm 5'10", so I think she's about 5'5" or 5'6". So that's how height the teddy is, the one she has. She calls it cuddle. Now, as soon as there's such a teddy for myself that I'm gonna get for Christmas, how are you? When I go with Barry to the what's that thing called again? The Yoga League Club. I'm actually gonna buy one called, Marina, which is actually my birth mother's name, not Kathleen. That one here is my foster mother's name, grown over here in Ireland, but my birth mother is either Mariana, Marina. The birth cert is kind of, considering I have a birth cert, alright, obviously. I think every human has to have one or for whatever reason. But the problem with my one was, because it is so old and so fragile, it's illegible. So that's what bitches have it on me. Right, okay, how weird is that? Okay, weird. But anyway, that's what I'm gonna do. So that's Sammy, that's Kathleen, Sammy, and Patches. I think that's in mind pointing at him. Hoppa, it is. So another thought that I had entered for 2016 is I just need to know truthfully why I was giving up. So this is gonna be another thing, like I mentioned at the very beginning of the video. It probably will be painful. Don't get me wrong. Like when you see all the there's a TV documentary series called Lost Family, something like that, and they deal with this kind of thing, adoptions in this country, obviously. And some deal with it outside the country, depending. But majority of families that are featured in the documentary are all, why was I giving up within the country? Like some woman could be living down the road, and they gave that person up, and some have met up, and like the mothers could be up the road, that sort of thing. In my case, um, excuse me, so then I just need to know why was I giving up, like was that as a result of rape from my mother or whatever, I don't know. So then the minute my auntie, though not now, gives me the number, I will ring the person who is in charge of the fostering process, because I understand she is in contact with the mother, my birth mother, directly. So like the way I talk to Sammy here, this one, but I'm knocking him over, that's Sammy there, or he can't talk back. But as I said to my sister earlier on today, the 3rd of January, the fact that humans hurt and lie to each other, these don't. That's why they can't talk. That's why I love them a bit, So then, my next puppy, or whatever, as I said just a few seconds ago, I would be naming it Marina. Or my birth mother's name. So, almost 20 minutes of talking for the first day of 2016. That's basically what happened, alright? As you can gather, fairly different, fairly advanced, or fairly mixed, more so. So it all depends on the way you take on it. So what do you all hope for the 2016? I would expect that everyone would expect you to have a positive thing, but something that will happen. We don't know. No one knows the future, but maybe you might be giving birth to someone, maybe you might be whatever. So, or even getting married for that matter. So let's look at ourselves, and I'll speak to y'all soon, and for the next video, alright? Ciao, bye.